Good morning. My goodness. Good morning, chat. Indie games. That's what we wake up for. That's what we get out of bed for, chat. We get out of bed for indie games. My goodness. We're gonna look at some independently created video games this morning. Indie World's back. And, pretty happy about it. Hi, Amanda. I saw Fulia was here in the chat saying, wishing me a good stream. Fulia is live reacting on Carpool's Twitch channel, actually, as well. You guys want to show a little support there? I'll put in CPG links there. Hey, HVAC Sparky, I hope we see something cool too. I'm trying to will UFO 50 into existence today. Obviously, I always have my pilot plushie back there, but I'm wearing a Spelunky shirt. Also, this is actually the GDQ, SGDQ Spelunky shirt. E-Money says hi. Hi, E-Money. Yeah, I really, my big, like, wish for this is UFO 50 on Switch. That would make me really happy. I'm not sitting here, you know, wanting or expecting Silksong. At this point, look, Silksong will be cool whenever it comes out. I'm sure it's going to be great. At this point, I kind of wish they would just, like, announce the release date so I can stop hearing about it. So that we can stop, like, coming into all of these with people just like, Silksong, Silksong, Silksong. But I don't think Silksong is going to be here. I think Silksong has long since become too big of a deal for an Indie World showcase. Battler Creator says, hi, I exist. Hi, I'm glad you exist. Welcome. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to this though. HVAC Sparky says, I wonder if we will see Hades 2. Is that studio still indie? I mean, yeah, Supergiant is still indie. Hades 2 could be here. You know, it could also be the kind of thing they want to save for a general direct or something. Nintendo definitely has like some sort of marketing relationship with Hades 2. Hades 2 is going to be like part of their Gamescom presence. It was part of their the hands-on preview. Hades 2 is playable. So I do think that, like, if Hades 2 is not here, then Hades 2 will be at the next, like, general direct or something. So blah 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 says, I'm here, excited, and have reasonably calibrated expectations. Cheers, blah blah blah. That's the way to be, dude. That's the way to be, with your expectations reasonably calibrated. I'm also hoping for something cool, like some kind of cool shadow drop during this. I don't know. Like I always like some kind of like cool, interesting thing that shadow drops during one of these. But I love Indie World. You know, like I was getting a little nervous that they weren't going to be doing Indie World anymore, because it's been almost a year since we've had one. So I was getting a little worried, but it's cool they're still doing it. This will be the first Indie World of the Switch 2 generation, so we'll see. I don't expect to see a lot of Switch 2 exclusive indie games here, because frankly, a lot of indie devs don't have Switch 2 dev kits. So I expect most of these will be Nintendo Switch titles. We know there will be at least some Nintendo Switch 2 titles because they said as much in their announcement that this will be about Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2 games. So there will be at least a couple of Nintendo Switch 2 indie games here, but not a lot of them have dev kits. So I'm going to be interested to see what we actually see here. HVAC says, Silksong is so overhyped, I feel like it won't live up to expectations even when it does finally release. I agree. I feel so bad for those dudes because, like, I mean, first of all, how do you follow up Hollow Knight just in general? Hollow Knight is just a very that game is bigger than they could have ever possibly dreamed of, and now they have this on their hands, and it's just been getting blown up more and more and more, and it's like, how do you possibly meet the impossible expectations people have for this? Yeah, I'm 32, you're not late at all, buddy. We still got a few minutes. Other things that I think could possibly be here, I think there's a chance Blueprints could get a Switch port. I think that game is a pretty big deal. Wasn't really for me, but I think it would be a good get. I think it'd be cool to see on Nintendo Switch. I would love to see something like Mini Shoot Adventures, Isle of Sea and Sky. It'd be cool to see stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know. And yeah, obviously like the big ones, like I'd be overjoyed to see Hades 2 and stuff like this, but yeah, I'm coming in just kind of like open to anything. A Gecko Gods release date would be nice. Gecko Gods still supposed to come out this year, so that would be nice to see. Yeah, I mean, there's, you know, but my big one, like the big thing that I really would love to see today is UFO 50. I think it's a crime that game is not on Switch already. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But that's my dream today. The energy I'm trying to put out into the world is UFO 50 today. So we'll see what happens. But also, you guys, like, I want the cool indie game that, like, I couldn't predict. You know what I mean? Like, the cool indie game that I would never know existed before this. I want to discover something today as well, right? So, we'll see what happens. I'm excited. We're starting here in just a second, so let me actually... You know what? Let me actually do this. Turn that down. Turn this on. And then I will come over here. We actually should be getting started any minute now. Yeah, new games. We want independently made video games. This is only going to be 15 minutes, which is a little short, even for an indie world. But look, Nintendo knows how to do a lot with 15 minutes. So told me a while back, the Beast Sanctuary, Monster Sanctuary. Yeah, they have Aethermancer coming out. That could be here. That's actually published by Off-Brand Games, and Bonnie Bear actually could probably be here too. Now that you mention that, I could imagine Bonnie Bear, which is also published by that same publisher, being here. The new Bon Avant game. That'd be cool. All right, we're getting started. Let me know how the levels are, chat. If anything needs to go up or down. Mina, we're starting off with Mina. This is coming out on Halloween. Very excited for this. Hell yeah. Yeah, this is gonna be great. Levels are good. Thank you, Amanda. Oh, little oh, and that's getting a Switch 2 version, it looks like.
And welcome
nice.
To Indie World.
Got a demo for Mina.
And I'm
Go
Tyler.
play the demo.
Back to showcase a batch of new indies coming to the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch systems. Since the launch of Nintendo Switch, indie games have brought us fresh perspectives, unique styles, and taken us on unforgettable adventures.
The support of these independent developers means there's something to play for everyone. We can't wait to discover what new experiences talented indie developers around the world are bringing to both Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch.
And without further ado, let's dive into some titles for Nintendo Switch.
Let's dive in. Ooh, okay. New Kyle Thompson game. Let's go. New Metroidvania from Kyle Thompson. Yeah. Oh, it's cool that Kyle Thompson gets his own little spotlight here. Ooh, look at that nasty boy. Well Dweller coming 2026. Wow.
Oi, eu sou o Pedro, artista e designer do Neverway.
Old Drake, good to see you.
Programadora e escritora do jogo.
We got Neverway.
Quando começamos a fazer o Neverway, nós nos inspiramos em vários elementos de jogos que a gente ama. E nisso tentamos
I'm glad
criar
this is
algo
coming to
único.
Switch.
A gente também notou como que os
Excited for
contrastes
this.
e as experiências muito mais fortes. Uma cena de terror, por exemplo, é muito mais impactante logo depois de algo acolhedor.
Esperamos que isso torne o mundo de Neverway muito mais vivo para vocês. E que vocês gostem do que vamos mostrar hoje.
Yeah, this
Ever
looks
want to
great.
quit your job, move to a farm, and become the immortal herald of a dead deity?
This was all over Summer Game Fest, so
Sounds
I'm glad this is
intriguing.
coming to
Tell me
Switch.
more.
It sounded intriguing to Fiona too, who hopes to survive this unusual set of circumstances in Neverway, a nightmarish life sim RPG co-created by the pixel artist of Celeste, with an original soundtrack from the composer for Fez and Hyperlight Drifter.
Disaster
Nightmarish?
piece.
Don't worry, these circumstances come with a sword that Fiona uses to explore and fight through the Neverway, an alternate reality leaking into her own.
That sounds intense. Is she alone?
Not at
Yeah,
all.
this is gonna be
Along
good.
the way, she'll meet a variety of charming characters, each with their own unique routines and story to follow. Befriend, romance,
Ooh,
or deceive
romance,
them to
Amanda.
unlock buffs and combat abilities to help you on your journey.
Okay, I might have to give this Immortal Herald thing a whirl.
Answer the call, persist through this deadly dimension, engage in fast-paced combat, and pay off your debt when Neverway descends onto Nintendo Switch next year.
2026. A lot of 2026 stuff. Is this, what is this called? We've seen this before. This looked interesting. I don't remember what this is called, but we've seen it before somewhere. Yeah, I need some this year juice. Give me some available right now. Give me some shadow
From the
drops.
publisher of Firewatch comes Herdling.
Herdling,
New
that's it.
adventure from the creators of the acclaimed Far series. In this tale of beauty and companionship, guide a herd of mysterious creatures into the mountains and beyond.
This looks
the
cool.
journey will be challenging but breathtaking as you traverse fog-wreathed forests, forgotten valleys, and snowy plateaus.
As you cross these diverse biomes, discover more of the fabled beasts known as calicorns and add
Oh.
them to your herd.
You'll also encounter eerie dangers, formidable obstacles, and environmental puzzles as you climb higher and forge your way to the mystery at the summit.
Wield your staff to guide
this
the
looks great.
calicorns and join their exhilarating stampedes.
Embark on a tale of trust and survival when Herdling climbs onto Nintendo Switch
Oh, close.
August 21st.
August
Pre-orders
21st.
begin later today on Nintendo eShop.
It looks pretty. It looks like it's like running well for a Switch One
Window
game.
seat or aisle?
Okay. While waiting, is that what this is, or
Booth
is this
or
seat taken?
table?
Is this seat taken? Is what this is.
Lone Wolf or Life of the Party?
Ooh, now that's a tough one.
Well, those are the types of decisions you'll have to make in this pleasant puzzle game, where you organize groups of people according to
I like
their
the music a lot.
preferences. You're in charge of who sits where.
Play Seating Matchmaker to please picky characters by dropping them into social situations and watching them react.
Discover each character's unique traits, from the relatable
Look at these
to
cute
the
little guys.
outlandish. Everyone has a seat at the table.
Piece together these satisfying puzzles at
Mouse
your own
controls would
pace
be good.
and unlock fun new scenarios like bus rides, banquets, limo rides, and more. Sit back, relax, and find the perfect spot for everyone in Is This Seat Taken? Launching on
Oh,
Nintendo
Shadow
Switch
Drop.
later today.
Very nice. Yeah, it's only Switch 1, so probably no mouse
Favorite big
controls.
city just
Okay.
got even
It's some
bigger.
DLC.
That's right. Little Kitty Big City is back with a free update, chock full of brand new opportunities for mischief.
Use the cat customizer to give your kitty
Nice.
a fresh new look.
I can make it look
Or
like Goblin.
Even recreate your favorite fur ball.
Once you're looking meowvelous, head out into the city to explore new areas, make new friends, and check in on some familiar faces.
This is
Get your
cool.
paws dirty as you learn skills from your puppy pal. Or strut your stuff for the fanciest feline celebrity in the whole wide city.
With a catwalk like that, it's a good thing you can also unlock additional camera mode features to
That
capture
rules.
it all.
Say cheese.
That's not a cat pun.
You gotta be kidding me.
The Little Kitty Big City free picture
This year.
perfect update launches on Nintendo Switch this year.
That's cool.
We hope you're looking forward to the Nintendo Switch games you just saw.
Next up, let's take a look at some indies bound for Nintendo Switch 2.
Let's go. Here we go.
we're
All
back.
right.
Back and under attack.
What is this?
Put on a brave face, squad
What?
up with your friends, and hop into the Diving Bell as you try to go viral in the online co-op horror game. Content warning.
Grab
Okay.
your camera, courage, and
Yeah, we got a little
items
bit
for
of,
some shenanigans down in the depths of the old world.
Film as many
Oh,
happenings
God.
as possible before you run out of breath, batteries, or buddies.
What's
As long
that
as
game
one
that
of
they
you makes
play?
it back to the
What's
surface,
what's
you can upload your footage to SpookTube, grab some popcorn.
what's that game
and
they
watch the
play
views
with the
of
weird
glory.
emoji guy?
3 days to hit
Kinda like
your view
that.
quota. More eyeballs equal more moolah. And the more ad revenue you can generate, the better gear you can acquire for your next run. What could
Look at the
possibly
cute
go wrong?
faces.
Fame and
Yeah, what could
misfortune
possibly
await
go?
in
Repo, that's it.
Content warning.
Repo.
Coming to Nintendo Switch 2
Okay.
and Nintendo Switch next year.
It's another 2026, man. There's a lot of 2026.
Hi, I'm Kenny Sun.
Let's go,
And
Kenny
today,
Sun.
I'm
Ball
excited to
pit.
share Ball Pit.
Let's go,
It's an
baby.
action
Ball
roguelike
pit.
that uses elements inspired by some of my favorite games, like Hold Down, Vampire Survivors, and
Yeah, a
Loop
little
Hero.
friend slot.
I'm working with an amazing team of artists who have brought the world to life with a beautiful
Yes.
pixel art style.
Oh, I'm
as
so
well as
glad this is
composer
coming
Amy
to Switch
Karate,
too.
Whose pulse-pounding soundtrack locks you into the rhythm of the action. We can't wait to share with you all.
Time to have a ball
Let's
in a
go.
brand new survival roguelike. Ball Pit.
In the ruins of old Balbalon.
Oh, Shadow Drop
battle
for
through
me.
auto-scrolling
Shadow
levels
Drop
with
this.
brick-breaking style attacks using a bevy of balls that bounce around the battlefield. Whew.
Oh, dude, I love
Better
this game.
believe it. There are over 60 randomized balls to equip and combine during your journey. Experiment
Shadow
with
drop it.
powerful
Come on.
and unexpected synergies to blast your way through the pit.
Collect resources as you progress to build out new Balbalon with over 70 distinct buildings, earning you additional
Yeah,
power-ups,
I'm ready for
bonuses,
this game to ruin my
characters,
life.
and
I'm
more.
ready for it.
Each region of the pit offers its own special set of hazards, on top of swarms of increasingly challenging foes and mighty screen-filling bosses. This pit is packed.
You're right, Bob
Fortunately,
Loblaw.
you'll
Good
meet other
puns.
treasure hunters along
Oh,
the
look
way
at how many
who
other
add their
treasure
individual
hunters there are.
skills and upgradable powers to your arsenal.
I didn't realize how many more of them there would be.
Experimentation and adaptation are crucial to the success of new Balbalon. So go out and create total chaos against the approaching hordes in Ball Pit.
Yes, sir.
Bouncing its way
Switch
onto
2 this
Nintendo
fall.
Switch 2 this fall.
Interesting that it's coming out
And
on Switch 1
Nintendo
first.
Switch, October 15th.
Weird. Oh yeah, this is the Ultimate Chicken Horse sequel. Very cool. So we're gonna have mouse control for this on Switch 2. But do I want to wait for the Switch 2 version though? Of Ball Pit, or do I want to get it on Switch 1? I wonder if there'll be an upgrade path. Yeah, this is gonna be cool. Ultimate Chicken Horse rules. Yeah, I agree on 32. Very, very good so far. Yeah. This winter. Okay, nice.
スタジオスのブラインドの渋谷です。
音楽担当とのヌーです。
カイです。
グレイシャードは私のホームである北海道
Glacier
豊かな生態系や寒冷な気候からインスピレーションを受けて生まれました。
Hokkaido,
音楽では
Japan.
その世界
Okay.
に共鳴すべく声も多用して情景を描きました。
自然にインスパイアされた、それでいて JRPG 的なスパイスの効いたアクションゲームです。遠い未来の海に住む海鳥の市場として、彼らの視点で展開する物語を楽しんでください。
This sounds cool.
65 million years in the future, the Everwinter has encased Earth within a permanent layer of ice. But
I mean,
under the
bold of you to
surface,
think
a
that it'll
new
be
chapter unfolds.
The
In
65
Glacier,
million years it'll
you
be
play as a
frozen and
Twad,
not
an
burning to
evolved
death.
avian species descended from dinosaurs, endowed with the abilities needed to protect the Everwinter oceans.
These stunning underwater worlds are full of mysteries that are waiting to be explored and defended.
As you
This is
swim
interesting.
through these scenic vistas, you'll engage ferocious marine beasts in real-time combat. Unleash melee and
This is
range
exactly the
attacks,
sort of thing I
along
wanna
with
see
special
at
abilities
these.
to fell these foes.
Like, I would have
Use
never
experience
thought of
gained
something
from these
like this.
battles to build up your Twi's wings and various abilities to become the
Look at this
Everwinter's
weird little guy.
ultimate protector.
Get ready to soar the seas at the end of time in Glaciered, launching as a timed
Wow.
console exclusive on the Nintendo Switch 2 system this holiday.
That's cool.
Before we go, let's check out a few more exciting
Sizzle
indie
reel?
games heading to Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch.
Time for a sizzle reel. Okay, we got Winter Burrow coming out this winter, appropriately. Okay. Undusted. Oh, Tiny Bookshop? Oh, a shadow drop for Tiny Bookshop. Nice. This look cool. Very good. I've heard of this, of Caves of Cut. I've never played it or anything, but I've heard of this. This is neat. Oh, yes! Strange Antiquities coming September 17th. Hell yeah. My wife will be excited about that. New Opus game coming this fall. Switch and Switch 2. That's nice. Go-Go Town. Dude, is this still not out? I feel like Go-Go Town's been in development for like 6 years. Let's go! Let's go! Shadow Drop! We did it! We did it! Yes! We did it! We did it, everybody! We gave them our energy and we did it!
That's all for today.
Oh, hell
We
yeah!
hope you enjoyed the games in today's showcase.
Oh, we won.
Big
We
thank
won.
you
I don't
as
care what
always
the
to
final
our indie
announcement
community
is.
and
I don't care
partners
what
for
it is.
bringing
We did it.
craft,
We did
adventures,
it.
And imaginations to players on Nintendo Switch 2 and
Yes.
Nintendo Switch.
Follow our official
Yes.
Indie World account
Yes.
to stay
Yes.
up to date on the latest news from Indie World.
Until next time, happy gaming!
Oh, they ended with the sizzle reel. That never happens. Interesting. Okay. Wow. Great Indie World, dude. That was a great Indie World. They did a great job. Holy crap. Okay, hang on. We need to go back through some of this stuff because I want to kind of like take stock of some of the announcements. Yeah, no like one more thing, which is very unusual. Like normally, I mean they hit that post. They like right at 15 minutes. So that was interesting. But the UFO 50 shadow drop is, y'all, we did it. I am thrilled about that. I felt like that sizzle reel had some heat in it. So this is coming in the winter. That's going to be cool. We got one thing that's always a bummer about this stuff. They always use like some kind of licensed music for the sizzle reels, and I always get a copyright flag for the sizzle reels every time. I always do. So we'll see what happens. But I know, Matt, we did it. The pop off, we popped off. And look, Matt, I wore my Spelunky shirt. We had, we clutched our pearls, our pilot, sort of thing, our pilot plushie. We pulled it off. What a day today is, just to have UFO 50. What a day. But yeah, I felt like this sizzle reel did have some heat. Because we also, the shadow drop of Tiny Bookshop is pretty cool. Pretty good. Yeah, Caves of Cut, I've never, I'm familiar with this, but I've never played it. Very cool that it's coming. This is huge. So, for those who don't know, Strange Antiquities, this is the sequel to Strange Horticulture, a game that I love, and my wife loves. My wife just excitedly peered around the corner. Yeah, it's coming September 17th. And yeah, this is going to be great. This is in Strange Horticulture, you run like a plant, store, and things get like kind of weird and culty. In this one, you run an antique shop. So very, very excited about this. My wife and I played this almost like a co-op game, where she like controlled it, but we like solved the puzzles together and stuff. And I absolutely loved this game. And we interviewed the devs on the old podcast. This game's made by two brothers, and very, very nice people. And yeah, I can't wait to play this. We will definitely be picking that up day one. Excited. New Opus game is cool. I never played Echoes of Star Song or whatever, but I heard good things. Yeah, Go-Go Town. Like I said, I feel like Go-Go Town, but this is the big one, chat. UFO 50 being shadow drop, that's the big one. That is the, like, they ended on that in the sizzle reel. That could have been a one more thing. Like, if they wanted to present that differently, if they wanted to say, we have one more announcement, and they just played a UFO 50 trailer, they could have gotten away with that, genuinely. It's that big of a deal. Ball Pit is a huge deal. It is a little weird. Like, I'm glad that this is confirmed, because I was getting a little worried that maybe it wouldn't be coming to Switch. So I'm glad that it is. But it is weird that it's coming to Switch 1 first. Like, just October 15th or whatever on Switch. And then the Switch 2 version comes out like in some random time this fall. So presumably the Switch 2 version would be coming like within a month after the Switch 1 version. So it's a little weird that they wouldn't just simultaneously launch them both. But I can't wait for this, man. I got hooked on the Steam Next Fest demo for this. Yeah, October 15th on Switch 1, Nintendo Switch 2 this fall. So, like, so what is that going to be, like, November or something like that? It's like, I don't know. It's a weird choice. But I'm very excited that this is coming out on Switch. I can't wait to play this. Like I said, absolutely loved the demo for this. So, yeah, Matt says you'd assume it's because of the rumored dev kit situation. I guess, right? Like, it has to be. Like, it has to be a dev kit thing. It is interesting, like, the people that apparently do have Switch 2 dev kits is interesting. Because that Playism game, wasn't it a Switch 2 exclusive? Glaciered or whatever? Isn't this a Switch 2 exclusive? Hang on. Yeah. Coming this holiday, Switch 2 exclusive. I'm like, I'm not trying to like throw shade by saying this, but like I'm surprised from how hard it seems like it is to get Switch 2 dev kits. It's weird that Playism has a Switch 2 dev kit, or Studio Snowblind or whatever. It's interesting that they, are able to put out stuff on Switch 2. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it's interesting. I think the game looks actually really cool. I want more underwater games. Like I like kind of these weird like underwater kind of things. I think the game looks kind of neat. And I like that you're playing as kind of a gross little guy.
Along with special abilities to fell
Like an
these
underwater
foes.
bird.
Use experience gained from these battles.
I think it looks
to
kind of
build up
cool.
your
Also, it's very funny that the dev was like, yeah, we're trying to evoke like my home of Hokkaido, Japan. And I'm like, how? Oh, goodness. Yeah, Jack Coney says, I just don't understand why when they tweeted about the indie world, they mentioned Switch 1 and Switch 2, but then most games are still coming to Switch 1. It's because a lot of indie devs don't have Switch 2 dev kits. Now, honestly, there's more Switch 2 games here than I was expecting, to be frank.
wings and various
But yeah, I like
abilities
this.
to
I like
become
this weird little
Neverwinter's
guy.
Ultimate protector.
Get ready to soar the seas at the end of time in Glaciered, launching
Bob Loblaw pointed this out earlier. Get ready to soar the seas at the end of time is a bar. That's pretty good. The Ultimate Chicken Horse. When is this coming? Winter? Yeah, the sequel to that. That'll be fun. Cool that it's getting a Switch 2 version. Cool that you'll be able to like design the levels with the mouse control. Cool announcement there. Yeah, Ball Pit was hype. Content warning. I'd never heard of this game before, but yeah, this looks very much like a repo sort of situation. I think games like this will do really, really well on Switch 2. Like, being able to play this with game chat, I think is going to be a big deal. Bye, Boom. Have a good day. My wife just left for work. I think that like, I'm surprised that something like Peak isn't here, you know, like something like Peak I think will do really well on Switch 2. So Jack Honey says, I understand the dev kit situation, but unfortunately it's very misleading since people expect Switch 2 exclusive indie games from the way Nintendo tweeted, made it seem like they very much had both. I think they did have both. Like I said, you know, I think it would have been cool, but it's still also very early into the Switch 2's life. I mean, the thing's been out for just barely 2 months now, so give it time, let it cook. This is the first indie world that we've seen of the Switch 2, but there was probably, I don't know, like 5 or something Nintendo Switch 2 indie games, or some things that had like both versions announced. So it was frankly more than I was expecting. So is this seat taken is a shadow drop, which that's a cool announcement. Herdling is coming soon. I actually thought Herdling looked really cool. I feel like I'd never seen like extended gameplay of it. I've never played the Far games, but I've always heard really good things about them. I own them both. It looks like it's like looking and running pretty well for it being a Switch 1 game too.
And environmental puzzles.
This looks
as you
neat. I
climb
really like the
higher
art.
and
Like, I
forge
like the
your
art
way
direction
to
of
the
this.
mystery at the summit.
Wield your
Very
staff to
different
guide
from the
Cowboys
Far
and
games, too.
Join their exhilarating stampedes.
Embark on a tale.
Yeah, I'm with you, Matt. Like I'm gonna be UFO 50. The only reason that I have not like gone full in crazy on UFO 50 is because it's been on PC. So having it on my Switch now, I'm like over the moon, dude. Like I can finally play UFO 50 the way I've always wanted to.
Of trust and survival.
This looks great.
Herdling climbs onto Nintendo Switch.
August 21st is in 2 weeks.
Pre-orders begin later today.
That looks very cool. I'm into that. Looking forward to that. Neverway. It was interesting to open with like some 2026 stuff. Because we got the new Kyle Thompson game announced here, which is also huge. That's a big deal. In fact, did they open? Was that the opener?
Adventures.
The support of these independent developers means there's something to play for
Oh yeah.
everyone.
The Mina trailer was the opener, but the first like actual new announced game was the Kyle Thompson
We
game.
can't wait to discover what new experiences talented indie developers around the world are
Nice,
bringing
Bob
to
Loblaw.
both Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch.
And without further ado, let's dive into some titles for Nintendo Switch.
Good for him. Good for him to get like a place of prominence in the. He deserves it. Like to be the first like post Mina sort of thing. he deserves like a place of prominence in an indie world. This dude like puts out really good stuff really consistently. Good for him. Brian Eck in the chat. Hey Seth, just wanted to say I really enjoyed your Donkey Kong Bonanza review on the Koopa Cast. Looking forward to checking out your Indie World reaction later today. Thanks a lot, Brian Eck. I appreciate that. Yeah, his games are all great, and I think it's really cool that that this is getting like an actual, you know, place of prominence in an Indie World showcase, and it looks awesome. This is very, though, it's funny because like one thing that's cool about Kyle Thompson, his games are like, he makes Metroidvanias specifically, and it's very clear that this is running on like a lot of the same bones as Crypt Custodian. Like the map just looks basically identical to the Crypt Custodian map and stuff, which is very cool. Blah blah blah. Have a good day at work, buddy. Thanks for hanging out. Save Birdkind. I guess the main character is called Glimmer. But this is really cool. Like having like this environmental, like the way you can interact with the environment to make like some platforming, that's really cool. I like how weird the enemies look. Very cool. Yeah, the animation definitely reminds me of Islets as well. This is neat. Look at this guy. Look at this just twisted, weird looking little guy. He's got like a necklace of dead rabbits. Just ooze like leaking from his weird little mouth. He's got the berries and cream haircut. The art direction of this one is something else, man. Coming 2026. I do wonder when this is gonna hit, because his games typically do hit. I wonder if this will be like this time next year sort of thing. But I'm glad that he's getting some attention, man, because his games are great. Neverway looks great, coming 2026. Yeah, this was really strong, guys. Like, I'm interested in the vast majority of the stuff they showed. Not the berries and cream. Does that not look like the berries and cream haircut? Am I wrong? Yeah, this was great. This was a really strong indie world for me. I was very into the vast majority of this stuff. Very few things that I like, you know, like content warning. I don't know if I'm really going to care about that, but other than that, most of this other stuff I'm like at least a little interested in. There's maybe like 2 or 3 of these. Like Go-Go Town I'm not really into either, but yeah, dude, it was excellent. Yeah, excellent stuff. So, very, very happy with it. Okay, let me bring the music back. Okay. I guess we're gonna wrap up here. But that was great. Really loved it. I'm glad that at least I feel that the Switch 2 era with Indie Worlds has started strong, man. I am about to go rush to the eShop and see if I can go ahead and buy UFO 50 right now. I want to go buy it right now. We'll see if I get any work done today at all. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I appreciate it. If you would, before you head out, like the stream. That really is appreciated. Subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate it. Ping me when UFO 50 is up. I will. Thanks for popping in, Matt. Brian Eck, I appreciate the kind words. Blah, blah, blah. Jack Coney. Amanda was here. On 32 was here. HVAC Sparky was here. Battler Creator. It's a cool username. Fulia was here a little earlier too. Who, geez, I don't know if they're still live over there at Carpool's Twitch, but her and Sean, I think, were live reacting to that. So, thanks everybody. Have a good day. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.